Voters across the country will want to know who is Governor Tim Walz. Our Esme Murphy takes a look back at his early life ahead of the national stage.
I am the chair of the Democratic Governors Association.
Tim Walz was born in the spring of 1964 and grew up in small-town Nebraska.
Look, I went to a high school, 400 people in the town, 24 kids in my class.
He joined the National Guard as a teenager using the GI Bill to pay tuition at Nebraska's Chadron State College. Walz would serve in the National Guard for the next 24 years. After graduating, he taught in China for a year. Then he returned to Nebraska, where he began his career as a school teacher. In 1994, he married fellow schoolteacher Gwen Walz. They moved to Mankato in the mid-'90s, where he began teaching and coaching football at Mankato West High School.
What did you love about coaching?
Oh, I think everything about it, certainly being with the kids.
His first serious venture into politics was in 2004 when he was a volunteer for John Kerry's presidential campaign. He was the first elected to Congress in 2006 from Minnesota's first congressional district. It was a big upset. He beat the Republican incumbent Gil Gutnick by more than 5 percentage points. Walz would serve in Congress for the next 12 years.
Only thing I heard from the people out here is we're going to rebuild, and they said we're not looking for handouts, we're just looking for a hand up.
He ran for governor in 2018, beating Republican Jeff Johnson by more than 11 points.
I will be your governor just as much as I will be for the people in this room.
The defining moments of his first term came in a tumultuous year, 2020. First came the COVID pandemic. Walz supported major lockdowns, with restaurants temporarily closing and schools going remote.
And I'm trying the best I can to give the data based on the science, pushing the envelope as close as I can to opening things up.
Then on May 25th, George Floyd was killed by Minneapolis police. Massive demonstrations turned violent, and for 3 days, fires raged, destroying entire blocks of the Twin Cities.
This is not grieving, and this is not making a statement that we fully acknowledge needs to be fixed. This is life-threatening, dangerous.
After 3 days, Walz called in the National Guard. He would receive intense criticism for not bringing in the Guard sooner. In the fall of 2022 came the Feeding Our Future scandal. At $250 million, it was the largest pandemic fraud scheme in the country. Walz would maintain his administration did everything it could once it learned of the fraud. Despite escalating criticism, Walz easily won re-election in 2022.
We're not going to see things that Minnesotans need be stalled. We're going to see things that are able to move forward.
2023 would prove a banner year for the governor. He was part of a DFL trifecta that passed a sweeping progressive agenda that included free school meals, codifying abortion rights, legalizing marijuana, enacting paid family leave, and more.
History will write the story. I keep hearing about this. What's this going to mean? Well, we'll find out. We're pretty sure it's going to mean a fairer, more inclusive, better, and more prosperous Minnesota.
Late that year, he was named chair of the Democratic Governors Association. In July of 2024, he led a delegation of Democratic governors to the White House to confront President Joe Biden over concerns about his age. Walz emerged from that meeting insisting Biden was fit enough to stay in the presidential race. Walz has been married to First Lady Gwen Walz for 30 years. They have 2 children, Hope, age 23, and Gus, age 17. Esme Murphy, WCCO News.